Okay, good morning everyone. Hello, how is everyone doing today? We are joining the P3 cast as we continue on in the events of the Ultimate Climax tournament. The last time we got to see Yukari-chan, Ken-kun get picked up, but we don't know what Stupe's fucking entrance into this. We also got to do a little lapless. But we still got ways to go in the storyline, so let's go and see how Stupe gets involved. I'm going to assume it's pretty much the same where he's doing his daily life.
You've all been waiting for. It's obvious who the game's MVP will be. The man whose Grand Slam won it in the ninth, Junpei Iori. First off, I'd like to congratulate your team on winning the WBC.
Thank you very much.
What was going through your mind as you entered that batter's box for that last at-bat?
My only thought was how I would lead my team to victory.
Ah, so it's your great focus that led to this result. Still, that was an amazing home run.
All I can say is I got lucky with that hit.
That swing at the critical moment, I got so excited I almost forgot to give the play-by-play.
The ball went a lot farther than I thought it would. I'm very pleased with the result.
Wow, you're so modest. No wonder they call you the ace slugger, Junpei. By the way, is there anyone you'd like to dedicate this victory to?
Well, I'd like to dedicate that Grand Slam to my precious girl who's always supported me through thick and thin. I know that I can be a burden on you. I'm not the greatest, but will you marry me?
Yaso Inaba. Yaso Inaba.
Sorry, sir, but this is the end of the line.
I was dreaming.
I was about to say, Stupe's got a very successful career going on. Apparently, what the best part? Oh dear. Okay, well, I guess his career hasn't been going so well, I guess.
Oh, it's Yaso Ina, but wait, where is this? Huh. Let's see what the shuttle train schedule is.
Well, it's the middle of the night, so I'm pretty sure you're stuck here. Oh, yeah, can't you hear the crickets? Can't you see the darkness? I mean, I'm not sure how many trains go late in Japan, but if it's anything like New York, after a certain time, you're going into your taxi, buddy.
I've really done it now.
With us away, it's all gone. Wait, kids? Whoa, 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 whoa. You're married? Whoa, 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 whoa.
If you get a hit, you'll be a hero. Are you gonna try for a home run?
Oh, okay. He runs a team. Probably for school, I would assume. Oh, for a second I was going to be like, oh no, he has children. One. It's going to be like, this would have been terrifying.
Of course I am. You made me the cleanup hitter after all. I'm making this a home run, no matter what.
What? Watch your mouth, kid, or you'll scare the ball away. Now listen up. Don't try to act cool. Just play like you normally would. The team's counting on you.
Oh, he's gonna screw it up bad.
Goro, keep your eye on the ball. You can hit it. The pitcher's totally freaked out.
See, a hero doesn't just hit homers all the time. Even if you mess up, there's guys behind you waiting to help. Now loosen up and do your best.
Gotcha.
Huh. He actually sounds like he's listening.
Thanks, Junpei.
Hey, you're supposed to call me Coach, you screwball. Make sure you stay loose.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
That was so close, guys. You almost won. All right, let's start practicing again tomorrow. Now, I want you all to remember this at least. If you all work together, you'll never be beat. Okay, we're done for today.
Yeah, that speech was high-class thinking. I wouldn't be surprised if he stole it from somewhere.
Yeah, I'm such an awesome coach. It's really worthwhile volunteering for a kids team even after working the night shift.
You know, I'm kind of curious, what are these areas that are getting shadow weedings? I'm kind of curious about that. Which actually brings up a point, actually. If they'll... Oh no, more P3. Well, we gotta finish it, man. Gotta finish it. So, yeah, we're gonna do some Persona today. And we're starting off with Stupe. And, you know, I was just thinking. So they've been paying attention to shadow weedings and stuff. So why did not anyone come and investigate the events of Persona 5? I mean, you can't tell me there weren't high shadow weedings there. I mean, come on, especially near the end. Brings up some questions there of what they were doing. Laxing on the job. You should have saw, you missed the dream Stupe had at the beginning of this, though. It was like, oh my gosh, he's successful and shit, and has a girlfriend, and he wakes up on the last stop of the train, screaming, I love you, to his dream girlfriend. They were devils, not shadows. Well, I mean, well, you did have shadows. I mean, I have pondered in my head, though. Oh, you know, I just realized, shit. You know, I just realized my picture is covering some of the text, though. Well, if I'm, well, to be fair, it does have big, well, the text is sometimes on the bottom, though.
Man, it's like I'm finally starting to enjoy my youth after all this time. Crap, I'm starting to feel sleepy.
I'm not sure how far the text in the text box goes, though. It kind of gets really small, though, so I'm not sure if it goes as far. Let's see how it does right there. If it doesn't do good, I'll change the size of it. I didn't even... Because last time... And he ended up right here. The last stop with no trains out, stuck in the middle of nowhere. So Stupe, ironically, ended up where he needed to be. So he never was even called here. He just ended up here by pure 100% coincidence. Now, what are the odds of that?
How did I just fall asleep like that? I can't believe I slept through so many stops either. Seriously.
Yeah, as long as the text doesn't go far enough, I think it'll be good right there. Because everyone has big profile pictures. It's not like Way Gigant where it has little face windows going up and down and that. So I think it'll work in the corner there. The Find the Train Station. Last time I got to see this was back in Persona 5, man. Persona 4, man. Yeah, you're gonna either need to get a taxi, man, or you're gonna find a hotel.
What the heck am I gonna do now? Guess I better call somebody and hope.
Mitsuo, send a helicopter out. Oh. Oh man, his luck is fucking down the shithole, man. Oh.
Hello?
Finally! Hey, Junpei, what were you doing? I've been calling you this whole time.
Oh, well, that would explain why his battery's dead. So now, wow, what all the, like, the coincidences of all this? They'd be like, wait a minute, I am in Ilba. That's a good question, actually. That is 100% true. Though I do have to point out, having the white text on the white border of the cell phone profiles, a little bad though.
Oh, hey, Yucatan. Can we not talk about that now? My battery's about to die. Hey, what's that noise in the background? It's super loud.
Your phone's about to die? What's wrong with you? Mitsuru-senpai, Akihiko, Fuka, and Igus have gone missing. We're in a helicopter to find them.
They're missing? A helicopter?
We've looked in tons of places for them, but we can't find them. Anyway, where are you right now, Junpei?
Oh, well, come on. It's not that much information. Why is his battery always about to die or dead? Because he has the course of being stupid.
Somewhere called Yasoina something? I fell asleep on the train and missed my stop, and now I'm stuck out in the boonies.
You're at Yaso Inaba Station? Why?
He just said. He just literally said he fell asleep. You always said that.
Yucatan, the battery's going.
Fine, just wait there. We'll come get you. I'm with Kenkun and Koro-chan, and we've got Labrys here too. She's Igus' sister.
Huh? What was that? Lahu? Well, whatever. I'll just find a convenience store and...
And dude. Good job, Stupe. You're stuck in the boonies with no idea really what's going on. He's just lucky he ended up at the place he needs to be. Yeah, good luck finding a plug to plug it in. I heard, you know, like, I don't know if anyone's ever visited, like, a city in New York around here, like, in New York, a lot of stations, you can find a few plugs, but they, like, I hear Japan only has, like, charging station areas that are usually full all the time. You can't, like, find rogue plug outlets very often, I hear. That's not how a cell phone with a low battery works. That's true, it would just cut off. It wouldn't do the hang-up sound effect. That's actually a fair point. It would just cut out. That actually is a very good point. I didn't even really think about that. That's true. That's true. That would have probably been more of the sound of the other side, not his side. His side should have just cut out. There's always a convenience store open in Japan. You know, that's actually kind of odd for him to say that, actually, because, I don't remember if it was 7-Eleven itself or Branch that's like 7-Eleven, but there's a really popular chain of stores in Japan that's well renowned for basically being open 24/7 all the time, and they're very commonly used in Japan. We have plugs on trains here, but this game is in the early 2000s now, so don't know how Japan... Well, that's a fair point. Do have to keep in mind it's a different time, but the only charging stations I've ever seen were at airports here in America. In New York, there are no, like, charging station areas. You either have to find a plug or you're out of luck. And some of the plugs, like I said, are covered up. Sometimes, like, you'll find one somebody actually broke into to use. So, it's a little weird, though. Now, you could probably go into a restaurant and find a plug in there to use that. But, obviously, you know, could be a little douchey if you're not buying something. Plus, in New York at least, places like McDonald's have, especially the ones near train stations, have a very high tendency to shoo you...
Just what I wanted. I'm starving too, so maybe I should get myself something to eat.
To shoo you away. Because I know the one McDonald's that's near the side of the train station that goes to New York Comic-Con, that place is just fucking full all the time, and they'll shoo you away the second they don't see you eating any more food or anything, to be like, get out. Which is a little understandable, because they only have so much space, and people, you know, are constantly coming in to eat, and then you got moochers who are just wanting to hang out or use the plugs and stuff. McDonald's does not charge for water, at least the last time I ever got water. Some places do charge for water, but most fast food restaurants in America do not usually charge for water. They are usually free. So. But, point is, busy locales that get a lot of traffic, they'll wish you out. There's been actual lawsuits over that before, where people are like, well, I'm eating, and then it's like, eating for an hour? Well, see, I still have food. Oh, it's like, come on. It's like, yeah, there's been questionable things about that before. Uh-oh.
Don't tell me they're closed. What kind of convenience store isn't open 24/7 these days?
That's, I find it weird that the first thing he notices is that it turns its lights out, not the gigantic glowing red moon in all fucking power. Like, Japan, especially any town areas have lots of lights and shit, man. You'd have to really be in the boonies to find places without street lights, man. Time to move to America where water is free. Well, if you want bottled water from, like, the convenience store, that costs money. But, I mean, like, very few restaurants charge money for a glass of water. Like, you know, I usually get glasses of water at most restaurants because, like I said, I don't usually drink too much soda. But if they're going to charge me, usually I'll just get soda then, because it's like, well, if I'm going to be charged, then I'm not fucking being charged for water, for fuck's sake. But, off the top of my head, the only place I can remember that charges for water is Popeyes, which I thought was really weird, but I was like, okay, whatever then. Now, I can tell you in cities like New York, they're a lot different on how they do drinks, though. See, like, in my area, in, like, smaller community areas, they have the soda machines where the customers fill their own drinks and that. But in New York and such, they get so many people, they don't have those usually where you get to interact with them. So, like, McDonald's and that usually offer free refills on sodas and stuff. So, even though, you know, you paid for that, you have to go to the counter and ask for the refill of that. So, where normally here, like in Missouri, you would just go to the machine yourself and refill it. Apparently, they can't keep so much of an eye on everyone to make sure there ain't some random person stealing soda. So, if you want a refill of water, you also have to do that. So, now I am also talking about just generic fast food restaurants. Some fancy restaurants or unique restaurants can be completely different. Like, I remember the first time I went to New York. The first time I went to New York, I went to a restaurant with my friends. You know, it was just some kind of self-owned restaurant that. To me, the concept of not having a free refill soda never crossed my mind. Like, I've never heard of a restaurant like that before. This restaurant was like that. They charged you for every single drink, whether it was water, soda, or anything else. Usually how most fast food restaurants here are, if you get free refills on soda, water is free, period, and stuff like milkshakes, wine, alcohol, really fancy drinks, usually do not get free refills. So, it was just kind of really, like, I see my bill and I got charged for a drink 3 times. I'm like, why did I get charged 3 times? Like, you had 2 refills.
What the hell?
I was like, what? Like that, I've never heard of that until then. I was like, wow, what the fuck? Some kids tried to fill 10 gallons of soda one day here. What? The fuck? That's crazy. But yeah, big city areas here in America are usually a lot more cautious about letting consumers do it. That's not to say all of them are like that. If I remember correctly, when I went to Pizza Hut in New York, theirs actually was public. If I remember correctly. It's been several years since I've been to New York, so I could be a little off. It's a hard call to nostalgic. Not the kind of nostalgic I'd want. The Dark Hour.
Oh, there you are, Junpei.
Well, somehow she found him. I wonder if it's a shadow version of her.
Hey, Yucatan! I'm making an effort at least, so... But hey, Mitsuru-senpai's gone missing? What's going on?
I'm calling it. It's probably the shadow form of her. That's what I think. I think that was too fast for to find him. Plus, it loses the comedic value. Just imagine all the comedic value we could have right now with everyone fucking shitting on him on what's going on.
So, you look great, huh? Is that your, feather pink outfit? Are you doing an autograph tour out here? Come meet the Feathermen.
Oh dear.
You never shut up, do you? You're nothing but a minor character. A mook, a minion, a loser. Just die and let the world have your body back?
Okay, so I just noticed her eyes didn't shift to full yellow, but they just turned slightly yellow from being black.
Hey, what? Aren't you being crueler than usual?
Now, if only I could screenshot that. That's a keeper.
It's time for your punishment. Bring on the ring.
I knew it. And Junpei's like, what in the hell is going on? What is going on? Oh, no, duh. Now, I'm not saying he shouldn't be defensive, but I find it questionable his first action is to take out his baseball bat. Let's see, PS3 does not screenshot. This is a PlayStation 3 360 game. I'm playing the PS3 version. There are no screenshots for the PS3 if you, for some reason, don't know that.
You're a quick learner for an idiot. No wonder you're a member of the Shadow Operatives.
There's a random TV on a telephone pole. What? Well, at least the game addresses questioning the TV on the pole.
Who the hell are you? I don't know what's going on, so you better explain yourself. If this is some prank show, it's not funny.
You really are a yappy idiot. Now let's begin Operation World Destruction. I mean, the one-on-one P1 climax.
Well, that was a little stupid. Also, you know, it's interesting he mentions prank shows. Prank shows are actually really common in Japan. Like, hell, I remember there was this meme thing of some guy dressed up as like a T-Rex chasing people in buildings and shit. See, he thought it was PS4? No, this is a PS3 game. So, as far as I know, digitally it does not work on the PS4. So, that direction won't work either.
One climax.
Shouldn't you question the other statement?
I'm not in the mood to drag this out, so I'll just give a short rundown. The rules are simple. Win and you get to move on. Lose and you're stuck here.
Huh? You mean I have to fight Yucatan?
Oh, you really are a pain in the ass. If you're not gonna do this, then hurry up and die. Here we go. Persona!
Oh yeah, it's true. It probably would be a complete surprise for him to use it. One has to wonder if they're gonna be able to use their personas without them vocals now.
Whoa, hold on, Featherpink. We can talk this out. I mean, you shouldn't be pointing that at people.
But sadly, until there's some other future crossover, because the Q games keep taking them from the past So until we get something more in the future with them, we won't really ever really know if they don't need their own vocals. I mean, during this they're not using them, but I don't know if it's a special circumstances. I mean, to me, it seems like they probably won't need them anymore. He almost took an arrow to the knee. I mean, wait!
Stop moving around, Junpei. Just give up now and let me kill you.
Ow! What the heck?
And now's your chance, Yukitan. Take him out. Okay, I'm not that mean.
That's what I said. Only the victor can leave the area. Now hurry up and get this fight started.
Invisible walls. You think he would be questioning...
Face me, evildoer. You're no match for Feather Pink. Strike out batter.
Strikeout battle? That's gonna be his nickname.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. How dare you, Featherman? I, Lord Junpei, will strike you down.
Should have said knock you down. That would have been Bill. Should have said knock you down. Knock you down. Actually, no, that makes me wonder, what does Garland say in the Japanese version of Final Fantasy 1 now? Because, I mean, that's obviously a really bad translation. But, you know, it's classic. It's a classic.
Is this to a victory?
Persona! Persona! Samurai swing! Damage! Hero attack! Go get him! Samurai swing! Try this one!
Just down. Ooh, the battle is on now.
Here! Down! Samurai swing! Trismegistus!
Just attack.
Eat it! This'll miss! Take this! Damage! How about
The
this?
opponent's still standing.
Combo attack!
See, I need to use, with his O button, it needs to be more distance. It can't be used close up.
The Mook wins. Keep that up and keep winning.
Who are you calling a mook? Wait, Yucatan!
Well, she's dead. You're a murderer. You killed her, you monster. Black piece of candy.
What was that just now? Wasn't a dream, right? I slept a ton on the train after all.
Yeah, you slipped into another horrible situation, stupid. Stupid.
Was that a shadow?
Wow, he actually came to that conclusion on his own thought. I'm actually kind of shocked.
This? Did the Dark Hour come back? Wait a sec. How'd I use my persona without an evoker?
I'm... You know, one has to wonder if they got with the invocals in this because of, maybe fear of controversy, maybe. See, how I always took, I mean, how, I might have talked about this before, but how I always took it is that the P4 and 5 cast were more stronger than the P3 cast because they went and resolved or faced some hardship to invoke their persona from their shadow. Well, the P3 cast are forcibly causing their personas to manifest themselves. They didn't actually face a conflict of their inner self in any way like the 4 or 5 cast did. But to be fair, the Persona 5 cast, where the Persona 4 cast fought those, the Persona 5 cast were faced with a situation, a dilemma that they had to accept or deny to get their persona. So you could take that as perhaps the P3 cast reached a point where they had something like that in their own thoughts and don't need the invocals anymore. But that's how I just kind of thought of the invocals, that they were in a weaker stance of something else. That's a possibility. I mean, after all, like, I remember you mentioned that before, and, you know, my counter to that was Persona 1, 2, and other 2 didn't use invocals to make personas appear, so obviously it wasn't a starting point. But I meant a story aspect. As for, like, a real reason, I don't know. I mean, it's a fair point. Maybe they, I mean, like I said, they're not really giving a reason for them not using their invocals right now. It's just, oh my goodness, I can somehow summon my persona without my invocal. So, I mean, that's a possibility. They may have just dropped it for controversy and stuff. And not really giving a good reason for it.
Is that General Teddy guy behind this? We'd better step carefully.
We're going to have to face this unbearable situation now, aren't we? I mean, what are the odds that he would end up where he needs to be, getting involved in what he needs to be, and doing what he needs to be?
Let's see here. Which way was it?
Now, this is where Chie was during the P4 story. Yeah, that sounds a lot like Tartarus. Is that Weisei? I think that was Weisei screaming. That monstrous Yucatan. If you ever played the answer, oh boy. Oh boy. Yucatan and the answer. That's a piece of work there. If you really liked Yucatan in the vanilla game, oh boy. If the answer doesn't make you look at it a little differently, I don't know what to say. Uh-oh, Junes. Every day's great unless you're in Tartarus,
Oh,
Junus.
hey, I know that store. Every day's great.
I think that's Weesay.
Hang on, I'm coming. Shadow Operative Junpei Iori is on the scene.
Oh boy. Oh my goodness, you know, I just realized, if that's Weesay, oh no, 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 no. This will be very bad if that is actually Weesay. I mean, we're talking about the king of... Excuse me, I got a little hair on my mouth. That's what happens when you don't trim your mustache very often. Okay, so Stupe is ending on a cliffhanger. So where are we on time? We'll go ahead and jump into next. It looks like we're going into the Velvet Room now. Now, there was a very interesting interaction in the Velvet Room during the P4 cast. Oh.
There appears to be quite a commotion.
The elevator. Interesting. It exists. Now, while they've never straight out explained how the Velvet Room changes, they always expressed it was based on their guest. And, well, obviously the people who were in the elevator, well, the guest for the elevator, at least isn't around in a normal sense. So that makes me wonder how this exists exactly then.
Sister, I've been wondering since yesterday, but what is going on in the outside world?
Holy shit. Theodore is in the Persona... he's in the arena storyline. Oh, dear. So even before Persona Q, Theodore was actually canon to shit. See, when I saw Theodore in Persona Q, that brought up a lot of questions on what the hell in a canon. Because Theodore is the Velvet Room operator of the female path in Persona 3. Persona 3 Portable. So I was like, how is this working? And now the female killer was in Persona Q2, and who the hell knows what's going on anymore?
I believe you could say that those kids' ordeal is still continuing.
An ordeal, you say?
Yes. In other words, mankind's potential is being tested.
Potential? Sister, where might Elizabeth be right now?
Oh, who the fuck knows where she is?
Abandoning the duties given to us by our master and going out into the outside world is normally forbidden to us.
Like she cared.
Why did Elizabeth go through all that just to head out into the outside world? I'm sorry. It was presumptuous of me to ask.
I suddenly feel thirsty. Do you feel like drinking a cola?
A cola, you say?
My, don't tell me that you don't know what that is.
Of course I do. Elizabeth told me about it. An ebon monster compressed into a metal cylinder, waiting for the moment its prison is released to spring into the eyes of the unwary spewing foam.
Oh, good lord. Dealing with these people. Not the same voice actor? I do not know what Theodore's voice actor in Persona 3 Portable was. I don't even remember what... Did he have a voice actor in Q? Q is the first time I ever saw Theodore. Well, I mean, I've seen his artwork, but I mean, like, actual gameplay. I've never really done the female playthrough of Persona 3 Portable, so I don't really know much about Theodore except he's, well, a guy instead of a chick, obviously.
Quite. Well then, I task you with the acquisition of about 100 of these colas.
100?
You want me to do this? But cola only exists in the outside world.
I merely ask for the cola. How and where you perform your task is at your discretion, even if it takes you into the outside world.
Sister.
Yes, what is it?
While I'm out, may I go see what's going on outside?
That would be none of my business. All I asked you to do is go on an errand for me. Shouldn't you hurry? Our master will be returning soon.
Okay, so this is telling me that each of the womb, what is the velvet womb all of a sudden? The fucking Tartarus, will every velvet womb exists somehow? I mean, I do notice there's a door mysteriously on the side, which as far as I'm aware, never fucking existed in the PS2 game. So...
Yes, I'll go at once.
Is Theodore actually going to interact with us?
I guess it can't be helped that he's drawn to the outside world right now. This current aberrance in the outside world is centered on that red-haired guest. And Persona users have gathered to it, as if caught up in that fate. Even my heart races just thinking about it.
Now that actually was what I was going to bring up. So in the P4 act, somebody came in the Velvet Womb. We didn't get to see who it was, but to me, it strongly implied it was the villain, the red hair kid. And that pretty much confirms it, because she literally said redhead kid. So he got to become a guest. Now, it's also been debated whether Akechi got to be a guest as well. While nothing in the main game of Persona 5 ever indicated that, there has been some debate about that. So, this could be used as evidence for that claim. For Margaret, I'm not sure. It doesn't sound off to me, but it's been a while since I played Persona 4. And then, of course, you gotta keep in mind, I played the original Persona 4, not Golden. But as far as I'm aware of, Golden only replaced Chie and Teddy, as far as I remember, so...
It's troublesome having siblings so brimming with curiosity.
I mean, it doesn't ring a huge bell. It doesn't sound different. I'm gonna freaking be like... I mean, it kind of makes sense for him to interact with P3 cast a little, but... If we're going on the theory that... And Stupe's all the way down now. Who to protect? And then there's something off the beaten path over there, which connects to Aigis. Aigis has a really big skip. So, if we go on the, like, nobody knows 100% sure why the female protagonist is in Q2. Is she fake? Is she some movie thing? Like, at the end it's like, oh, she's not real, she's a movie thing or something, or fanfic, or I don't know. I don't know if Persona Q2 is going down the path of, oh yeah, those parallel dimensions where things are completely different. Which, in theory, is a potential thing you could do. Because you gotta keep in mind, Persona 2 and Other 2 is a kind of a situation like that, basically. So, that is something they could do. They could technically canon the female protagonist as an alternate dimension of events of Persona 3's world. The original Persona 3 world. That is a potential possibility. And if that's the case, we're basically saying the Velvet Room not only can, because the dancing games threw out there the probability that the Velvet Room can transcend time, but also dimensions, which brings out like a whole new freaking cake of confusion. Let's go see what Ken-kun's entrance into Eniba is like. You've only played Golden. Well, I'd have to re-listen to the lines. Everything is canon. Well, no, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Another dead end.
That's wrong, because the dancing games aren't canon. Atlas themselves said the dancing games aren't canon. So you're not good. I'm just saying this is... We're opening a lot of weird can of worms here. Oh boy. But I'm just interested to see how Ken-kun fights with Kamaru. Why do I always have to forget Kyoto's name? How to pronounce Son Kyoto's names? You know, I personally would probably pay more attention to the weird, twisted telephone pole going sideways, twisting literally in the middle. But that's just me. Oh, and, you know, the phone booth and stuff sinking into, I don't know if that's supposed to be the ground, or water, or Wivel, or... Yeah, I think this is the Wivel canal actually looking at. You know, the little Wivel side area where you do, like, the... death social link, you do the fishing and multiple cutscenes with party members. I still do think it was an interesting idea to expand more on Tartarus. They are canon in their dream. No, Alice straight out said the games aren't canon. Which is weird because, you know, I did say that when I was playing the games. Essentially, they could work canon. I mean, the dreams, they're not going to win. They're told they're not going to win Emblem. And the P3 cast are near the end of their journey, and the P5 cast are after their journey. So, there's no, like, conflicting issues there. So, I mean... I find it weird I mean, hell, even basically with the P3 cast, Elizabeth is the one after the events because she knows what happens to the main character. She acknowledged that something bad is going to happen. So it has to be the Elizabeth after P3's events have happened. But it's like, I don't know, it brings a lot of issues with the whole time thing. Like, I know, you know, it's a place between mind and matter and everything and that, but, I mean, it never really brought in the time thing of being able to, like, I'm for the future, and I'm using the Velvet Room to interact with people in the past. I mean, that's never really happened, so I kind of hope it stays non-canon, because that's just going to make things so much more confusing. I think the fans overanalyzing is the issue, not make canon.
Careful,
Well,
Koromaru. At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if we ran into shadows.
well, I'm just saying. I just feel like the idea of using the Velvet Room to essentially time travel is probably going to do more harm than good. I think it's opening a can of worms that we don't need. I'm perfectly fine with the parallel dimension thing, though. I can understand that, because essentially, depending, like... I know I explained one time, you have two groups in the main series fanbase. That all the games, like all of them, Persona, the Summoner, the mainline games and everything, they're all multiple world dimensions shit. You have that, and then you have the fan base side that counts them literally as their own things. That have nothing to do with each other, even though they share tons of demons and religious monsters with each other. So, obviously, for the fan base that thinks that they're all parallel dimensions to each other, obviously the multi-theory universe thing that a lot of people are going down with Persona Q2 with having the female character would obviously work out just fine. But if you're one of the people that find everything is a complete separate series with literally no parallel dimensional interactions of any kind, then you're obviously going to have more problems with it. But I'm fine with the parallel dimension thing. I think that can work out fine. I think the time travel thing, I don't think that'll be good. I think that will be a very bad can of worms.
Why didn't anyone tell me anything? I'm definitely strong enough to fight beside everyone else. Being removed from the unit just because of my age isn't fair. Right? Who's there?
You're gonna fight yourself?
And you're irritated about it.
Okay, well, I know there were several things that weren't always matching up when we did the Junes thing with them, but now we're just totally trying to match these storylines together, literally. I mean, we fought the Shadowkin near the end of the P4.
Is that me?
So, yeah, we're literally trying to match. Like, I don't know. I feel like they would just been better off combining these.
What's the meaning of this? Even if you try to deceive us with those appearances, it's no use.
Because now, see, this equates to a scenario where you overanalyze shit, try to figure out what's canon and not canon in this. Well, yeah, it fucking looks like you. What else are you supposed to assume? Well, am I really me?
Being a child only on the surface, peaceful only on the surface, friends only on the surface. Aren't such things only nuisances? Shut up! I know how you feel because I'm you. Or to be more precise, I'm a perfect copy based on everything there is to you.
A perfect copy, yeah,
That's
ha
why
ha
I
ha.
can tell what you're thinking, what dissatisfies you, and how much you desire to fight.
You know, considering Stupe completely accidentally ended up in Inaba brings up a good question of how did he even know to make a shadow of just Stupe? Really? If they're such perfect copies.
So what? What does what I'm thinking have anything to do with you?
Well, just stab him then.
It does involve me. I mean, you want to fight, don't you? Then we have the same objective. What? Persona.
Block!
Crap!
Look out, kid!
Oh. Kanji-kun.
Oh.
See, Kanji, you're always the man taking the hit for everyone. Oh no. We're gonna literally reference that.
Damn it! Hey kid, what are you walking your dog around here for? Such a goddamn adorable dog, too.
This ain't the time to get all warm and fuzzy about cute animals, damn it, Kanji.
That wasn't what I meant to say. Hurry up and find somewhere safe. Things are dangerous here right now.
You're...
Wait, Oh yeah, that's why they were weeding fouls on the helicopter. So
Kanji-kun, here comes another. Sukuna Hikuna, go!
wow, this is really happening differently. Of course, Naruto-kun would be with Kanji. I'll ship it. Can't we just make Ken non-canon and erase him for the games? Well, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Ken, but I wouldn't necessarily want him to not exist.
Kanji-kun, you were being reckless again. Are you alright?
Naoto, grab the kid and get out of here. I'll take care of this.
Bravery and recklessness are not the same thing. We'll do something about this. You're Kanemata, a member of the Shadow Operatives Emergency Special Suppression Unit, correct? And you're Koromaru-san. Please lend us your help. We want to return this town to its normal state.
Huh? Shadow Operatives? Are you a Persona user too? Wait, does that mean the dog's got a Persona too?
Kanji's like, oh my god! I'm just trying to imagine Kanji's like, ah! Sorry, I got a little too into that.
Looks like we have some more shitty guests. Fine, whatever. Just hurry up and make a decision. Which of you is fighting me? Oh, you don't have to fight, but your captured companions are having their powers drained, and things may become irreversible if you don't hurry.
What? What are you doing to them?
Who knows? Why don't you find out for yourselves? In any case, bring on the rain.
Where are these shining pills coming from exactly anyway?
Yeah, a barrier! Indeed. It must mean that unless we fight and win, we won't be able to proceed any further.
Oh good, you understand. That makes things easier. This will be a one-on-one battle. Can we start fighting already? I can't wait any longer.
Cut the bullshit, you fake! You just said it was one-on-one, so what's with the dog?
What, this? The mud hardly counts. He's just a weapon after all.
Ken-kun's getting pissed. He's like, did you just call my fucking dog a weapon? Blood will be spilled. I think there was, I think their voice actor was different. Well, Ken is older. You gotta remember, Ken was like fucking 12 when Persona 3 happened. He was like fucking 12. So, you know, he's like, I don't know, 16, 17 now. You know, he's still young. Damn it. Sword, go back in jail, please. Thank you. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense for his voice to sound different. Now, whether it's a completely different voice actor, I don't know.
I've been too conceited. I didn't understand anything at all.
Ken-kun?
Naoto, don't butt into this. Comes a time when a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Ken, huh? I got your back, so settle this for yourself.
Thank you. I will win this. Let's go, Koromaru!
Okay, now I'm very interested to try Kinkun here. Because he's one of those characters that are two people in one. Well, a boss and a dog, but you know what I mean. A tag team character. These characters are always interesting. Skullgirls really did a very interesting take on that. Interesting. So, sword commands are mapped to the persona buns. So they don't, like, you know, everyone else that just does the persona. The Kawama... I can't save that. Damn. Kim Kawama... Damn it. I used to say it well. Like, someone commands, like, when I hit O, it actually told him to go away, and then Triangle summoned him to do that big thing at the end. But mid-combo, switching from doing the combo to Triangle summoned the Persona. So, it seems like they mixed and matched the two characters and their Personas into their combos. So, Ken doesn't work like everyone else, where Triangle and O just summon their Personas. So, a little different there. See, there's been, like, several comments on that. Like, they're saying, like, it sounds like they're trying to say they needed to use the vocals because technically the Dark Owl is still in the real world. And that they shouldn't be able to do that unless they're in the TV world, which makes no real sense because the Persona 1, 2, and other 2 casts obviously are summoning Personas in their world. So, I kind of have to say bullshit? Kawama Woo.
Is this a shadow?
Well, duh.
Huh? I thought somebody's shadow was supposed to turn into a persona when you beat it.
Kanji-kun, didn't you notice? That wasn't a shadow that came out of Ken-kun. It must have been a fake created to bear his likeness. The most obvious evidence of that is how both fighters were able to summon personas in battle.
See, that's the thing I'm still confused about. They haven't really brought in a good explanation on how these shadows are using personas. Let alone the exact same persona.
Defeating your own shadow makes them into your persona? I see. So that's how you acquired the power of personas.
You dumbass! You should always know that. I mean, in the answer, okay, if you're new to the Persona series, the two big points of the answer was to explain what happened to the main character at the end of the main game, which I'm not going to go into that, and to explain that personas and shadows are basically two sides of the same coin. That was a very big emphasis thing in the answer. And they understood that, and so you should always know that, you dumbass.
Huh? That's not how it went for you guys?
Now, it is interesting to actually talk about how they learned to use the personas in completely different ways, though.
Yes, we do things a little differently. In any case, thank you.
It's fine. Ow.
Kanji-kun, are you alright?
I'm sorry. It's my fault that you got hurt.
Hey, it's nothing. But, to make up for it...
Yes, what is it?
Oh no. 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 This is going bad
You
already.
think maybe I could, like, pat you on the back or something?
Wait, what? You forgot to mention the dog.
What?
You forgot to mention the dog. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Don't. No. Oh, good lord. No. Oh, no. No.
Oh, wow. This is amazing. Oh, my God. He's an albino Shiba. This is totes adorbs. Shiba.
Oh, you meant Koromaru.
Huh? Who else? Who's a good dog? Who's got himself a persona? Is it you? Is it you?
Good. Oh, my goodness. Oh, dear lord.
We don't have time for this, Kanji-kun. Perhaps later.
Right. Sorry about that, Koro-chan.
There's something I'd like to ask you, Ken-kun. Did you see the Midnight Channel broadcast that came on earlier?
The one where Mitsuru-san and her friends were crucified, right? Was that for real?
I saw it while we were in the helicopter. We were searching for them after they went missing.
I see. And it's quite possible that what was shown on the Midnight Channel was true.
I have no conclusive evidence that the video was real, but we ought to consider that it was.
Wait, don't we have a reason not to?
If that fake me wasn't lying, then they're in danger. We have to hurry and rescue them.
Indeed. Please allow me to get a better grasp of the situation first. Are there any other members of the Shadow Operatives here?
There are 3 of us, including me. Oh, and if we manage to meet up with another one who might be here, that would make 4.
Now, Ken-kun's kind of like, eh.
I came with Yukari-san and Labra-san. It seems that Junpei-san got here on his own as well.
Technically, shouldn't he not really know that? Did they get him? I'm trying to remember what happened in the helicopter. If did they show it going down? I don't remember. I know in the P forecast it did. I don't remember because it's been I think what it's been 3 weeks, maybe even a month since we played.
We split up at Junes, and we're now on the move separately. Labra-san headed to the tower, and Yukari-san went to find Junpei-san.
Yeah, because the last thing with Aigis was on top of Junes, wasn't it?
Koromaru and I are, we're pursuing someone in particular.
Someone in particular? Is this person related to the case?
Oh yes, now I remember. When they were going to the rooftop in Junes, they saw what's his name? Oh, what's his damn name again? The dumbass who betrayed everyone in 3.
I don't know yet, but I'm positive that he attacked our helicopter.
What was it? Damn it, 4 Eyes.
All right then. Is there anything you know about what's happening in this town and that tower that suddenly appeared?
Which was very odd to see him. I mean, obviously it's probably a shadow taking his form. I mean, he's fucking dead. Unless some weird plot twist happens. That would be weird-ass plot twist. Because, I mean, the people thought he's been dead for, like, years.
Is this reminiscent of the dark hour that you have experience with?
That's...
The only big difference is it's red instead of a weird greenish blue mix.
You do know something, but it's difficult to explain. Is that accurate?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I can understand well why you're keeping your lips tight, but...
Yeah, now you know how she feels.
Hey, stop playing hard to get and just spill the beans already. You know you can count on us.
I mean, yeah, you took a hit for me, but I mean...
Kanji-kun's right. Mitsuru-san and the others are close to us too. They must be saved as quickly as possible. Don't we have the same objective here? And there's no reason that we shouldn't be cooperating with each other.
But I just met you. I don't know you. You could be more shadows.
Who's you?
I see. So that's what happened. But even the document I read reported that Shuji Akutsuki had died.
Ikutsi. That's what it was. See, I feel like there's two ways this could go. No, three ways. So either A, something different will happen after we finish the P3 storyline. 2, it just cliffhangs like P4 and it's like, oh, well, he's gone, I don't know, maybe we'll see him again in no game, I don't know, and that. Or 3, Akutsi is somehow fucking alive, or some weird shadow monster and is doing shit. I mean, we all way know what happened at the end of P4, so I don't know if it's just gonna repeat the same thing, or something different gonna happen.
What is going on here?
I mean, they literally went into a fucking TV. So, they have some tall tales too, Cancun. I mean, they've seen some pretty strange shit.
All right. If that's the case, then it'd be fastest if we just charge straight into that tower. Oh!
Hold on. We should head to Junes for now. It's possible that the others have gathered there. And your injuries are considerable, Kanji-kun. I'll accompany you.
Huh? Don't I have any say in?
No.
Kanji-kun?
Fine.
What will you do, Ken-kun? Coming to Junes with us is one idea.
Hey, what's the holdup? This should be a no-brainer for you.
Huh?
Your buddies are in danger, so you want to go save them, right? And stop wasting your time thinking about it and go.
Kanji-san.
There's no need to be concerned about us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone resembling Akutsuki on our way to Junes.
See, that's why Kanji-kun is a bro, gets to the point and understands people's feelings about things.
There's no time. You need to hurry. Once we've met up with our friends, we'll find you again.
Thank you. Koromaru and I will head to that tower.
Ha! That's all you had to say from the start. Careful, though. Another fake might try to jump you like the one here did.
Yes, I know. I won't let my guard down anymore.
You know, this probably won't happen, but you know, if I was a evil dick, red-headed asshole, motherfucking bastard evil duo of shitlord. I would probably make an evil shadow clone of how was his name? Sajiwo? Was that how you pronounced it? Sajiwo? Make a shadow version of Shijiwo and have Kin-kun fight him? Yeah, the guy who died in P3. That would be a dick move, though. That'd be a real dick move, though. But it's probably not going to happen. I'll be surprised if it does. Let's put it that way. Yeah, see, he was in elementary school back then. Hell, he might have been even younger then. I'm not sure what age he was. He was just really young. He might have been more like 10, maybe. Shit.
Good. Now get going.
Right. Please be careful, you two.
You know, if I ever get around to doing Persona Q, something tells me there's going to be a lot of weird things to comment about the arena games with it. Because you gotta keep in mind, oddly enough, supposedly, like I said, I don't know what happens through the storyline or the end. I just know people were pissed about it, because apparently the characters forgot the events. Is the only thing I know about the end of Q. Is apparently the characters do not remember the events of it. Because I remember so much fucking outrage on the internet over it. It was like impossible not to fucking see. So, it makes me wonder what kind of interactions happen. And then it's like, oh yeah, and they get to meet each other now when they met each other when they were younger. It really probably makes things really weird. To be continued. Well, to be fair, that wasn't too bad of a event there with Kin-kun and Kanji and Nota. I'd say that wasn't too bad, yeah?